I fucking got it. I fucking got it.
What is it? What class?
It's a class 10 fucking stinker. It's a class 10 goddamn piece of shit fucking movie that really sucks ass. And I'm serious, guys. I'm not fucking joking. I went into this film thinking, okay, it's gonna be good. There's gonna be some funny parts to it, and it's not gonna be a big deal. But I actually came out like, this was my face when I was watching the movie.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's fairly accurate.
What the fuck?
I imagined, I guess, when I read the script for this initially, it just being a bunch of CGI ghosts and going like, oh. But it was... a bunch of CGI ghosts and going like, oh. Slapshot! But it was... Slapshot! Slapshot! Slapshot!
What the fuck? The first major joke in the movie is a fucking joke about queefs. What? Pussy farts.
No, it was
pussy farts.
It was
Ghostbusters. Did-it-did-it.
I was like, what the fuck is
Oh, that wasn't a fart. That was from the other end.
It's from the front.
It's from the front, rather. My bad.
From the front.
front.
Oh my god. I actually face palmed on that. I was like, oh.
This is...
That's how we're gonna start off with.
I'm fucking shocked. Like, and I know everybody out there is gonna be like, you fucking sexist pig. How dare you?
No.
We knew you were gonna hate on the movie, Joe. You're just doing it for views and clicks and all that other bullshit. I am telling you, I was fucking shocked at how bad this movie was. And I was...
It's worth mentioning that...
Here is it made no fucking sense.
It did not.
None of it made sense. It was all moving at the pace was completely off. The characters were all shockingly bad. Nobody acts like that in real life. Nobody.
Every single one was an individual stereotype.
It was not only were they
literally
a
a stereotype.
Yes, exactly. Especially Chris Hemsworth's character, who was so fucking stupid.
Fucking moron.
Nobody acts like that, and I didn't know if this film was trying to take itself seriously. It was doing jokes nonstop, right? But they were all not funny. Guys, this fails as a Ghostbusters film.
Definitely.
This fails as a Paul, the director's his worst film yet. It fails as a comedy. It fails at being, semi-horror. It's none of it.
I don't know what it was.
I
don't know what it was.
Idea. Here's what this was. This was Sony cashing. I have actually never seen a more perfect personification of a cash grab. A cash-in. Something that doesn't respect its license, doesn't give a shit, uses it as a thin veneer. The film's trailer, when we reacted to the trailer, we nailed it right on the head. That it would be this, and the trailer was what we thought it was. It really was. The film is fucking awful. It's an insult, really. And the film ends, it's like, in memory of Harold. Dude, Harold Ramis. I don't know.
I'm so sorry,
Harold was a good fucking writer and a good fucking director.
He would be like, no, scrap this whole thing. We need to do something fucking better.
Well, here's the thing. And what's good is that Ghostbusters 3 is out. Ghostbusters 3 was made. It was Ghostbusters the video game, where all of the Ghostbusters returned. And although the story has to be played out in video game form, there's where you need to go and spend your money. So instead, if you're a Ghostbusters fan and you haven't yet played Ghostbusters, the video game from back in 2009, put your money right there. Do not put it in this film. You're going to be fucking shocked. You're going to be appalled, really.
Even a veteran buster like myself.
Yeah, what is your get-up here?
I'm a veteran buster, sir. Soldier,
The
you're
commish.
Greenhorn Buster. I'm the commission
Yeah.
of Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters.
I have seen some shit.
You've seen
and
some
this
shit after
tops
this movie.
all the shit that I have seen.
Back in 1984.
1981.
No, it was the
I don't
movie was
know.
in 84.
I don't know. There was a war before that.
There was a secret war.
Secret Ghostbuster war, but it was. This is just. I'd rather be back there in that hell than this hell you put me through just now.
Yeah, that was.
It really was
So
bad.
bad.
Joe, tell me how you felt about the film.
It was horrible. It was terrible acting. It should have stuck to SNL. Like I get.
Yeah,
Christian,
well, that's the thing.
yeah,
The
Christian
whole movie
and
is
Melissa,
SNL
like,
skits.
was fine. They were trying to do something with it, but the other two characters just felt so flat to me. They're so flat. It was like horrible.
I forgot who
too.
said it, but I thought that this could have been a good film, and
Yeah.
that's what really hurts. Is that instead of staying close to Ghostbusters lore, which was this character-based film where it almost didn't matter that they were ghost exterminators. The film probably could have worked without it, the
Yeah.
original 1984, because you had good comedians playing off each other. None of these characters had chemistry with each other. And it blows my mind because you have Melissa McCarthy and
Kristen Wiig?
yeah, Kristen Wiig from Bridesmaids, where they were.
It was a great movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
And we're not even hating on the director either. Or Melissa. I like Spy.
Heat
I
was
liked.
good.
I
Heat
liked
was good.
Heat. I liked Bridesmaids. This is none of that. It has none of the magic of those films.
Bridesmaids
It is
was a good
so fucking awful. It's annoying. It is basically none of it fucking makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
It made so little sense that at times I was just like, did they just add this in for the sake of fucking having it in the movie?
Yeah.
Like there were
Basically.
scenes that had no explanations and things were happening and you're like, when did this Joe, like I had no idea what was going on half the movie. I had no idea. And it was just awful. Like the dancing scene.
I don't.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. I'm. Fuck. Fuck. But everything is just. But because they've been kind of insulting the original film
Yeah.
and kind of using these things as just a vehicle for a bunch of SNL skits, it doesn't come off as genuine or appreciated.
Nope,
It's like,
not at
stop
all.
fucking with the Slimer character, stop fucking with the Ghostbusters lore. Now there's a Slimette female Slimer just because.
Just 'cause
and
they
they're
wanted it.
having a party now, and you know, they're okay. Let's have a platonic reversal, complete platonic reversal with fucking radioactive. Let's just do the original film over. Let's just do the original film over again in the worst fucking way
That's
possible.
pretty much it, yeah.
Let's literally smear neon shit all over the audience's face.
Get rid of all
Treat
the
them like
seriousness.
fucking babies jingling keys in front of their face.
Oh, I fucking love Jingle Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no intelligence, no smart writing. It's awful. Don't go see this film.
waste
I need
of time,
final
guys.
verdicts. Give me final verdicts.
Look,
Somebody-
short and sweet, a fucking 3. Don't see it.
Don't see it, it's a 3, OJ.
Don't see it.
I'm giving it a fucking 3. I agree with OJ. The only thing that holds it up, even slightly, is the fact that, like, it's Ghostbusters, so that gets, like, a
They
point.
trap you.
They tried, and then 2, the visuals, and that's about it. Some of the visuals are great, and that's it. That's the entire movie.
It's a fucking 2! It's a 2 out of 10! This movie doesn't deserve to exist!
It does not.
There's no fucking reason for it except to make bunches of fucking money, a cash cow, taking the money from the Ghostbusters fans who love Ghostbusters lore, shitting all over all that shit. It would have been so easy to make this a handoff film, to do this in the most respectful way possible to one of the greatest event films of all
But they
time
didn't.
with some of the most amazing talent. The actresses in this film are talented. Melissa McCarthy is talented. Kristen is talented. A lot of these people are. And And you could have simply had the surviving Ghostbusters make cameos and say, maybe these are their daughters. That's part of the reason why they're so smart. That one character, Holtz, that can make all this fucking technology, she's actually the daughter of fucking Janine and Egon. That's why she's so fucking smart and can make all this technology in half a day. That would have been genius. And then all the Ghostbusters people could get behind that character and be like, oh, fucking whoever. That's the fucking shit. This is the next generation. But no, they wipe everything clean. They say none of that fucking shit happened. This is the real Ghostbusters. This is what really happened.
It's just fucking offensive, and it happened for no reason.
And so
there's no justifiable reason for deleting the other movies.
And they replace good writing, good comedy with mile-a-minute jokes that don't hit. There's 80%, 90% of these jokes don't hit. There's like literally 3 laughs in the film. And they replace all of that with this neon Eddie Murphy haunted house, Scooby-Doo processed garbage. The film is garbage.
It's absolutely crap, yeah.
And it has nothing to do with these women being women. It really doesn't.
No.
It actually makes it worse. They're like, oh, this isn't a film. This is not girl power. This is not. It has nothing to do with anything. And they're constantly making jabs at men
all the time.
I mean, they even.
Movie.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's
there's
like
Nutcracker. They shoot the guy in the nuts. Every single dude in it is a fucking moron.
Idiot, yep.
People act like they don't act in normal. The suspension of disbelief is out the fucking window. It's out the window. The movie spirals out of control because it has no idea what it's doing. There are so many plot holes. The villain is one of the worst villains I have ever seen on screen. His motivation is literally he's fucking angry and he's drawing in his notebook. People making fun of me. The fourth coming, I'll kill everybody.
I'll show them.
I'll show them.
You know, when...
And, choose the form of destructor. How do you have that fucking power? Because you die? Anybody can die, and then I can choose the form. I can be as powerful as Gozer. The reason why Gozer was such a mixture of cool and badass, it was male. No, it wasn't male. It was female. No, it wasn't female. It was whatever the fuck it wants to be.
Yeah.
And the design of the pyramid and this just weird shit. And it's like, is this a doorway to hell or is this a doorway to an interdimension? And she's got her own powers. And the first thing she asks is, like, we're gonna do battle. Are you a god? And he's like, no, you're not. Then die. And it's this fucking battle. And here's this guy who all of a sudden at the end of the film can go and say, choose the form of the destructor, and can literally control human beings without possessing the human beings.
It's just dumb, Joe. It's just really fucking stupid.
The original Ghostbusters worked because of the comedy, because of the smart writing, because of the restraint, because of sort of the blue collarness of it's like, it's ridiculous. They're like exterminators. They're cockroach exterminators.
But
that's one big cockroach. It is one of the most quotable movies of all fucking time. What are the lines in this movie? Name me one quotable movie. Say hello to my little... And when she uses the Ghostbuster shotgun.
That was from the front.
Oh my God, Joe, don't bring that up again. The fucking queefing. The pussy farts. That's great. Thanks.
That's the memorable.
That's the memorable part.
Exactly.
There you go.
And the fucking throw up all over her face, got in every crack.
There was
literally gets in every crack. Like my vagina, like my pussy and my asshole and my mouth and my ears, every crack, Joe.
I just don't even know. The movie, I think the tone was set at the pussy fart joke. I think that was the movie.
No, it wasn't, because this film had potential. Like I said, they could have done it right. And you see a moment in the film where they're like, okay, fine. I buy that Melissa McCarthy is super smart. I buy that she found somebody more eccentric than she is, that she's a mega genius. No, I don't even buy that she can make this technology. She starts with a fucking, proton pack cart that requires mobile, like, fucking power sources, and then all of a sudden she does a mobile version, and then she's making grenades, and then she's making chippers, and she's doing all this other stuff.
And they'd been working on that stuff for years prior, and then suddenly in the span of 24 hours, she's like, I've accelerated technology.
No, but they kind of do that a little bit in Ghostbusters, but there's a a passage of time in Ghostbusters that you're not quite clear.
Yeah.
You know how long they were open for business before they got their first call, and so there's this passage of time, and there's none of that in this film. All the sense of believability.
How the fuck did it
the
even
fun
get any
interplay
business?
between the characters?
The worst fucking secretary couldn't even answer a phone.
Right.
How the fuck did they get any
And that's
business?
another thing. The characters are there as one note. Every single one has no depth to them whatsoever. There were depth to the previous Ghostbuster characters, and they interplayed off each other. It was almost exciting to see them in these crazy situations, just to see how they would react. These characters are, you know, they're cartoon. It was a cartoon.
Unpredictable.
This was a cartoon.
stereotypes. Yeah.
It literally was a cartoon.
I think the worst part too, one of the worst parts, is there's no danger in the fucking movie the entire time. Like in the first few movies, you have danger. There's
No.
threats.
It does. Here's the thing: the danger is there, but it's insulting. It's gross. People die in this. Like ghosts are fucking killing people.
You don't
They
ever
didn't
see
do that in
though.
Ghostbusters. No, you see it. There's a body count in this film. It's at least 2 to 3 people, and the cameos. The cameos from the original Ghostbusters are so fucking bad, except for one. There was one good one, the taxi cab driver. We'll talk about it in the spoilers.
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about what they are here. I'm going to tell you they are really insulting and so cringe. So cringe-worthy. This was awful. You know, a lot of people talk about Ghostbusters 2 being an awful film and they did not like it. It wasn't as good. No, it wasn't as good as the first. No way.
no way.
Nowhere near it. But Ghostbusters, I would rather watch Ghostbusters 2 3 times in a row than ever watch this film again. This film is fucking terrible. I'm sorry I went on a long rant. I knew I would turn into an angry rant. So let's talk a little bit more about the film.
You can't
say
really,
something.
You can't really talk about anything more without
we're gonna get
spoiling how
accused.
shitty it is.
Well, we're gonna get accused of being fucking sexist now that we don't like
We're
the
not
film,
fucking-
and oh man, it's just no.
It doesn't
has
matter.
nothing
No,
to do
no.
with the fact
It
that
has
they're
nothing to
women.
do with that, and
It's
no
just a
matter
really
what.
bad fucking.
It's just
film.
fucking blue. Okay, everyone equally can suck at making a movie, and this movie sucked ass.
I mean, there's literally the whole scenes where it's just pure exposition. The guy, he's talking into a mirror, the villain, telling everybody, the audience, his plans. You know, Gozer never fucking did that. There's no mystery. This is the worst villain, and it's the worst climax.
It was garbage. There was no build.
Utter garbage.
It just happens.
And then, I don't even know if there's a 3D version, but there's constant, you know, ooh,
That's what I thought.
shit in
Is
your
that there might have been a
face.
3D version.
But I didn't see. I don't know. Anyway,
we don't like
Joe.
3D.
So what did you think about the characters?
The
Holtz?
characters, like I said,
How was
Holtz, oh my god, she was too over the top.
Yeah. So I
Too
saw in
over
the
top.
trailers.
She was annoying me.
And a lot of
Like,
people
like,
say
no,
she was
come
gonna be annoying.
on.
I was like, I'm gonna like her. I know I'm gonna fucking like her. She's so eccentric, and she's like, and plus, you know, she's just, you know, I thought it was gonna work.
I thought it was gonna
I
work,
really
yeah.
did. And at first, it was kind of working for me, Joe. But then it really got
It started
annoying.
getting annoying.
It
She
get
didn't tone
really
it down a
annoying.
bit. But yeah, I did not like her character at all. Like,
That one.
yeah.
What
It ruined it for
about
me.
Melissa McCarthy's character?
They tried, but still fell flat. I think it was just some poor writing. That's what it was.
It was really poor
Sucked.
writing and no character building.
And
The
that's
jokes
part of the
sucked as
reason.
well.
Here's the thing. The original had Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, who wrote it and performed it.
Yeah.
So they loved their work.
And
They
they were
loved the
invested.
film, and they were invested. And it's part of the reason why it works. Somebody wrote this for these girls. And I can tell that Melissa says that she's a huge fan of the Ghostbusters, and she tried hard with the material that was given to her, but it just doesn't come across. The relationship between her and Kristen's character, where they're estranged, they used to work on ghost stuff together, they wrote a book together, but now Kristen's character thinks that's an embarrassment, and she's trying to get a real job, but then she loses a real job, and she has to fall right back into it. Their relationship never feels genuine.
Nope.
And by the end of the film, where it's supposed to be like, oh, this moment they love each other, they're back, and they overcame their little difference, it doesn't work. It falls completely flat. And then, not to mention all the stereotypes in the film, especially with this Patty character, and and it's hard to top the EPA, the head of the EPA or somebody who works for the EPA, Andrew Peck. That's his first name. But there's nobody really like that in this film.
Nope.
The cool interplay between the mayor and this Peck character from the EPA, that's all gone, and it's washed away by this new subplot line where it's like, don't let anybody know that this is happening.
Yeah.
We thank you, Ghostbusters. We're all for you, but let's have these two government bozos handle it that do nothing in the film.
They never do.
And never do a damn thing in the film. And we're gonna say that you're frauds. So, and we're gonna ruin your reputation. We know you run a business, like trying to catch ghosts, but we're gonna ruin your business and we're gonna arrest you, and it's all gonna be, we're gonna call you frauds. Number one, they never agree to that. It would destroy their business. Number two, it's fucking a stupid plot line to try to hold all this stuff in. And by the end of the film, after all that shit that you've seen in the trailer, it's everywhere. Everybody's like, well, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. That was a fraud, and are you saying that we didn't see what we saw? Nobody had a fucking camera. Nobody was taking footage.
It's
all the cameras shut off.
2016.
Everybody has a fucking video camera.
You know what the best part was? Is they knew how shitty some of their effects worked, and they tried to work it into the movie as a joke on itself. Like, they were the YouTube videos and stuff. They were like, people in the comments are like, this looks so fake. This is overdone. This is awful. Yes, it fucking was.
Yes,
it made
it
fun of your
fucking
own
That's the only
movie.
real thing about
it was
that.
true.
That was funny, where the moment where they go on the internet like twice. It's almost like they wanted so badly to respond to all the negative response that they got on the internet,
Yeah.
because they go on the internet twice to read YouTube comments. Twice!
It was
Could you
fucking-
imagine in Ghostbusters 1984 with it going on the fucking internet or in the full? It's
What'd they
obviously
say? No
on
way.
the internet, but no, it's just this self-depreciating humor.
It was horrible.
And like, ain't no bitches catch no ghosts or something like that was the joke, and it was just.
That had to be like a
awful.
real YouTube
This
comment.
is awful. We have to talk about this film in greater detail. So we're gonna go immediately to the spoilers section. We're just gonna give you our final verdicts. I'm not exaggerating when I say this film is awful. If you're a true fan of the Ghostbusters, if you dress up like this, if you buy fucking props, if you buy the video games, if you genuinely think the first film had magic, and even if you thought the second film wasn't all that good, because honestly the second film kind of lost some of that magic, but it's still way better than this film. This literally is an insult
It is.
to the Ghostbusters license. And I can't believe I read that the producer of the film, hold on. Amy Pascal is already so confident in the film's chances at the box office that she's openly discussing the possibly endless franchise that it might spawn. Endless franchise of fucking garbage.
This is garbage.
Of neon rattling keys in your face as if you're a fucking baby.
They
garbage.
think you're an idiot. This
think you're an
caters to idiots. This
So
movie caters
we went to the
idiots.
film to let you know, don't waste your money. It's really gonna be a waste of your money, honestly.
It is.
I'm telling you. And I've seen. I actually saw this Reddit poster. I don't know what post it was that actually separated, because they're trying to make it a sexist battle. The internet wants it to be a sexist battle. It's not. It's just a terrible film. But they did the IMDb ratings where all the females were giving it 8s and 7s and 9s, and they parceled out all the male ratings, which was like 3s and shit like that. And I thought that was fascinating. I was like, what is happening here? Is it that the females are, they have to support their particular, actresses,
is,
or
Go
was
support
it that
Daisy and
they
fucking
just
Ray.
it's the mass market
She's
audience?
amazing.
Who?
Ray,
Yeah.
Daisy in Star Wars, she's amazing.
Oh right, there are
Yeah.
tons of
Bam.
female-led superheroes
Yeah,
even
and
coming
then
out.
the
Even
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One is about to come out,
Bam.
and but I don't see how anybody could think that this is good. Perhaps if you haven't seen the original Ghostbusters films, and this is the one good thing that can come out of this, because I heard one lady in the theater goes, I gotta watch the original Ghostbusters, and I was like, all right, okay, renewed interest in Ghostbusters.
Then
That's
she'd
what.
be like, I
that-
wasted my money watching that.
but I
garbage."
can't continue with these particular characters if the writing team remains the same, and the one cameo by Dan Aykroyd, that was good. It felt genuine. It was funny, and that was the one good one. But still, it breaks my heart that he no longer exists as Ray in the film. He's gone in this universe. These are the real Ghostbusters now.
I don't want to live anymore.
Not
in this universe. Not in this
All right,
universe.
final verdicts. Joe.
Fucking 3.
3 out of 10. Are you exaggerating, Joe?
No,
Are you a fucking sexist?
No,
Did I
no,
push you
sexist.
into giving this film a low rating?
No,
It's a 3.
Shit, it was a motherfucking 3.
I gave it a 3 too.
Why?
Because this movie sucked.
That's a good reason. That's a solid reason. He got you there.
Yeah.
Good counter argument.
Why did it suck, Joe? I don't want people to be like, you're fucking
No,
pushing other
seriously,
jokes.
fucking terrible jokes. There was like, the writing was terrible. So many fucking plot holes. I was like, what is going on? Most of the time I was looking at Dell, I was like, Dell, are we seeing the same film?
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
was like looking at me the entire time. He was like,
what's going on?
is this happening? And
I
I
was
like, yeah.
looking at I was trying to get their attention, but
It's like, waiter, another beer.
Yeah, no, we ordered a bucket to be able to deal with it. We had so many,
No,
but
but
it was just
no, it
awful.
was not a good film. I did not enjoy myself. It was not entertained.
would you watch this again?
No, I would not. I would not. Like, seriously, this was a fucking haunted mansion, Scooby-Doo. I wanted creepier things. The CGI, only the fucking proton packs.
Yeah, we're
those
stupid. Here, I wanted, you wanted real comedy.
Yeah.
You wanted good interplay
But
between
I
the
still
characters.
I wanted them to be serious
Yeah.
at moments, but this thing was a non-stop
Right.
joke. It was a non-stop
That's
joke.
what it is. Is that
Yeah.
that we wanted a balanced film
Yeah.
between, you know, the sort of paranormal, the horror, the interplay and relationships, and comedy. This was just all comedy.
Yep.
And all of the comedy
Attempt to
attempt
comedy.
at the
It was an
comedy
attempt
was
at
really
comedy,
bad.
yeah.
Like 3 good jokes in the whole film. Del, what's your rating?
I gotta give it a 3. And here are my reasons. Really low-key comedy. The people that were laughing, I'm sure aren't that intelligent. Number 2,
No, it was a fucking fart joke and
Yeah.
poops and poop and fart
it
and
was
all
just
this.
like super low-key, like goo-goo gaga level of comedy I'd expect from like SpongeBob or something. Number 2, the script was awful. The suspension of disbelief completely gone, completely over the top. The actors just were put in situations that made them dumbass stereotypes. And, you know, of course, the whole thing was sexist. I wanted strong female character roles, like Rey, like Joe mentioned from StarCraft. Or from Star Wars, StarCraft. Wow, I wish. StarCraft movie. But no, they make them out to be bumbling fucking idiots the entire movie. So this isn't, like, sexist or anything. I wanted them to be better. You should be pissed at them for making them bumbling idiots.
Yeah, and stereotypes,
Yeah,
racial stereotypes too.
The bumbling idiots and racial stereotypes was their entire characters. And they never grow, they never develop, they never become better, they never better themselves. There's one moment where they're suddenly like gods with freaking proton packs, but then they go right back to being idiots again. And it's just,
It's
it's
really
depressing.
bad, guys.
It's really bad.
What's
It's
your rating?
Fucking 3.
No.
I know the other Joe. It's a 3.
Fucking 2! This film is a fucking 2! It's bad! No,
Nope.
it's a fucking 2. It really is. It is an insult to the Ghostbusters license. This could have been a different film, or it would have been much better handled as a handing off. This is the next generation film, and we might have been able to put up, maybe, you know, Dan Aykroyd could have put some writing in there, and we could have found an actual funny screenplay writer and got some.
They couldn't, though.
But this was fucking terrible. It's a 2 out of 10. Don't waste your money. Stick around for the spoilers where we're going to talk about all the ridiculous shit in there and why
Yeah.
it truly sucked. So thanks for watching. We'll see
get rid of
you
this.
on the next Angry Joe Show.